And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the Shadow Empire, where over the intern we lost. We dealt a little bit better than we lost. We have a lot of decisions waiting for us. Child of the Stars, interesting. It's Rain Solver, Comet Simulator. So we got a bunch of fate cards that would be interesting to use. They want us to have more recon. One way to get that is simply just take more territory. So we'll accept that.
Copy that.
It's fine. The thing to upgrade here would actually probably be aircraft. But I'm not going to worry too much about aircraft. We'll actually take the jump packs. This might actually be a scenario where jump pack troops or something where I would actually do laser armor or laser weapons. They can't run around in battle dress, sadly. No flying battle dress troops. Minor workers strike. Oh, once again, I haven't reduced taxes yet, so we'll give in to their demands. Protest against the high taxes. One-time tax rebate. Charismatic Union Chief. He wants me to raise worker pay. I'm just in this situation. Normally, I'd try to get out of raising pay. But I'm gonna accept it. We can always come back and reduce it manually. Bell has expanded, so we'll actually just accept it going up to size 2. That'll be fine. Belrod has their peripheral mining, so we can upgrade the one that has 0 reserves to have some reserves. Insane here, we've got one that's got 0 reserves. Ah, okay, so that makes some sense. So the place that here has 0 reserves, probably its level reduced to 0. Or reduced to 1. So to extend it, which it isn't giving me the option to, would reduce it below 1. And it can't go below 1. So basically that one's empty. It is legitimately empty. We've depleted that mine. Where else to... Is there another place we want to improve the mining on in Ericstone? Yeah, so that well, 730, 11 well is empty. It's fundamentally empty. I can't do anything to put any more into it. Okay. Those two, so if I can find the 1500 one, extending that one would make sense. But that one's also probably fundamentally empty at this point. And then the other one's the 5600. Is there a 1500 here? Nope, not seeing it. And what was the other one? Well, we could also do the metal mine upgrade. Let's upgrade the metal mine. It's being used. Which I'm not able to find. It should be on this list. I was looking in the wrong city. Oh, I was looking in the wrong city, I think. Yeah, I was looking at Belgrade. That makes sense. Nerdstone, the 56,000. Am I just missing it? I'm probably just missing it. Scrolling through here. It's a big list. Five, 6, 3, 9, 2. 639, do that one. There we go. Alien is, want to talk. Send the logistics team, we have the political power right now. Diplomacy. Let's actually see if proposed peace looks like it'll work. Okay, so I, in theory, can declare peace with Bronbund over here. Yeah, and our logistics situation still collapsed. It's still not going. We're improving, it's just not improving fast enough. So I can't do the offensive. The offensive is basically stalled. Ocelot's here is functional again. That's good to see. It's just we were suffering from the last mile deliveries out of Valorad here. So because of that, I am... And it's fully encircled by my allies now. The allies have encircled it. That means I can't take the city. When in doubt, if you can't take great advantage of the situation, declare peace. Sometimes it confuses your enemies. As I very much butcher that Ferengi quote. So we're proposing peace. They, due to our overwhelming oratory skills, will accept. Peace has been declared. They're hostile. This is probably not going to be a very long-lasting peace. But peace has been declared. They are willing to accept it. I'm going to try to back up enough off of my own front lines that we should be able to get everyone into green supply, or if they're motorized, into green supply. If they are foot, they can stay in yellow supply. Wait, it's a little bit of a problem that they can't move. They are completely out of petrol and aren't able to move. One way to lower the logistics is move the tanks. Might literally just move these guys up to Bell. If we can get them up to Bell, they'll significantly reduce the logistics requirements. So you can't move. The mercs might as well stay down there. Everything else needs to move out of the zone as much as possible to get into supply. Again, the mercs at this point, or the militia at this point, need to come off the front line. They're not combat viable. Okay, so other than the one guy down here who might be doomed because of lack of supply, we've got everyone at least out to orange. If not, back into green. We'll pull the motorized guys up. I'll probably station them in Bell until we get an opening of hostility again. And yeah, we're going to focus on trying to repair. Repair. And the first solution to fixing all the problems that we have is build up anti-rad. And I believe there's actually two types of anti-rad. So we got anti-rad infrastructure. And then is the other one government? Yeah, we got rad treatment as well. So rad treatment, I believe, only... Well, no. One affects the rad points in the hex.
Copy that.
The other one affects rad points in the zone.
Copy that.
So yeah, until we get radiation under control, we're basically going to be anti-rad infrastructure, anti-rad treatment center. One affects the whole zone, one affects just the hex it's on. But for our purposes, really, we only care about the city zone itself. The rest we can just make do. Where's the anti-red here? Should be an anti-red choice. Oh, it's still being built. That makes sense.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay, once again, check. Make sure all the zones are above 50%. Or above 50. They are. I'm surprised the capital's losing happiness as quickly as it is. Oh, people have only just started to move back in, so the income has recovered a little bit. So, do I have any more strat cards that I can use to... investment banking is not one of those cards. Okay. We'll just have to raise the pay here. Again, I prefer not to, but... Zone orders. We'll raise the pay a little bit.
Copy that.
That should keep the burn down for a little bit. And yeah, as we get more anti-rad up, that'll improve the happiness as far as the civilians are concerned, so the civilians should start moving back in. In fact, to some degree, they are moving back in, just because we do have a decent civilization score. So as long as things are working, they'll move in. Okay, so the emergency, which is getting nuked, is gone. In theory, we should not be being nuked until the next declaration of war. And through cunning diplomacy, I should be able to postpone that for quite a while, if we need to. So we're going to have a period of peace here, as I run around panicking like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get everything fixed before the next war. Because I do want to get back to war. We don't really want to be at peace. Oh, and I have group move on. We should back to normal move, please. Oops, this unit might starve. That unit's starving because we don't have the booster here. Yeah, the booster's not in. I'm surprised that didn't work. Oh, it did. It just didn't update correctly. Okay. Now that we've updated that... No, that didn't have done there. Oh, and we can already see that the civilian sector is recognizing my severe need for metal and is already building a metal mine. Thank you, civilian sector. I appreciate it when you do smart things. You don't always do smart things, but sometimes you do. We are still hostile with them. That's the thing. Have we actually opened... open contact with them? No, we don't even have an open comms with them, so that's why they're hostile. So they're hostile. We're basically in Cold War with them at the moment. Cold War, due to my diplomatic wiles, is acceptable place to be in. Mountain, so we want to go there, because we're going to try to go around the mountain. As usual, we go around the mountain if we can go around the mountain. This is neutral territory. This is a nice, safe border. We're going to want to take the mountain. Taking the mountain presumably means building roads through the mountain, sadly. This is probably where we want to take the road off. And probably basically go straight to the mountain there. That should provide enough supply that we can kind of push this line forward here. We got enough of supply improvement here that these guys don't really need to move. They can sit where they are. We take you out of yellow to face your supply requirements. Assuming we get more supply down here, it may be... Well, it's always a good idea to have some picket forces on a nomad border, in case they want to take your stuff, because the nomads aren't the best at respecting borders. Yep. Okay, so everything's recovering. We have peace. All the borders, in theory, for at least the immediate situation, are secure. So let's try to basically recover from the damage we've taken over the last couple turns. Or the damage taken from the, basically, nuclear fallout. Still got spare machine guns, still got spare RPGs. I'm going to shortage of buggies. So we'll go ahead and get some of the new, more fuel-efficient buggies. And that's that. Let's check orgs. Applied science, how far are you along? Probably a little overcommitted. Fuel optimization is a good thing to probably overcommit on for us, but it's time to change your research. Looking at these, probably the one here that's going to be the one we want is logistical optimization. That'll make our logistics more efficient. And yeah, I think we've got stable borders. The place that's suffering the most from low worker count is the capital one of those? Do you want to deploy to the capital? No, the capital's looking pretty good. So let's try to improve our worker situation in Belorod here. So we can do that by clicking colonize. I don't have enough logistical situation. Okay, so the logistical situation is so bad there, it's interfering with my capacity to solve the logistical situation there. Fair enough. Then we'll just hold them to our colonists for the moment. That's fine. Anything else I want to do with my residual political power? Well, the answer is lots of stuff, but... but nothing that immediately screams to me. Still suffering from workers being hired. It should be hiring at this point. And it is, it gained 1,800 workers. But that's not enough. This is also the one that's the most depopulated of the zones, which is a problem of its own. You know what? I'll throw an investor back in here. That may help with get the Zerglings to come back. One thing I can do at some point is I can just discard a bunch of cards for card usage, but we'll hold off on doing that. Because I'm going to need political power to use the cards that gets generated from that. Okay, so in theory, the logistics map that is updated is saying, hey, I probably do have logistics down there, but let's not panic for the moment. Let's see if we can actually get these guys resupplied before we push back up on the border. Let's cycle the turn. Okay, looks like Bronbund has broken back into their city. We'll see if they're able to keep broken back in, or if they'll actually lose it. But I would not want to be a civilian in that city right now, regardless of who's going to hold it for much longer. Okay, and it looks like Bronbrun is pulling off of my border a little bit now that we're technically at peace. And yeah, they've broken a little bit back into that city, so that city may still technically be back on the board as something we can take when war is declared again. We shall see. That is in the future. One thing I should keep on track of is also what the state of the victory points are. In theory, by deploying Victory Pact, I can delay anyone from winning, because I have enough victory score combined with our ally to, I think, push the victory requirement up to 55%. Whereas otherwise the victory requirement is 50%. I think he's only sitting around 30, so he's still got a way to go. You'd have to take like a city or something to rise. And at this point, I'm holding on to enough of the territory that I'm mostly score by territory, not by people at the moment, so. So it's the ally's turn. We'll see if the ally counterattacks and re-encircles the city or not. We should have enough of a reconnaissance to see that. Yeah, it doesn't. I saw one attack, so he may have taken one of the hexes, but I don't think he took both. And should be rolling around to us soon. Oh, we got the unaligned trying to fight the militia. They're not going to win, but they can try. And this is the unaligned people taking losses, not any of the majors. More efficiency, please.
Roger that.
That's fine. I don't think we really have. Well, we could do an engine or aircraft upgrade. Get really big aircraft, but I think that's a no for the moment. So I think upgrade-wise, we don't need any more, so we need no new orders for a moment. Roaming thieves in Bell. Yes, you get my full support to try to suppress them. Danger did not increase. Okay, so we lost a little bit of food, but that's fine. And upgrading which city? Hansen. Governor Hansen. Hansen is not a name I'm recognizing because it's the new miner we took over. Okay. They can upgrade. They're happy enough. If anything, they're making other people unhappy, so it's a good thing they do upgrade. As weird as that may sound. Overwhelming firepower, please.
All clear, sir.
And once again, overwhelming firepower, please.
Move it now.
So one thing they're going to have to deal with in their next war is that we're going to be on 2 Orders of Bronburn, which is either going to complicate things for them or it's going to complicate things for me. I don't know which one. Bronburn's opinion is decreasing, so if we want to continue the status quo, I will have to deploy a bunch of money, apparently, to try to maintain it. Yeah, we might not be able to keep them at peace for very long. This is expensive, but we'll roll it.
Affirmative.
They refused, but that was a minor refusal, so at least it didn't piss them off more. The best hope I can have is that they'll swap to... they'll go ahead and swap over to... blackmailing.
Affirmative.
Whereas our relations is improving with everyone else on the planet except for the people who nuked us. Which I think from our perspective is probably fine. Like, that makes sense from an internal RP standpoint. Oh, these guys are cold. We might be able to actually do a double victory pact here at some point if we keep doing diplomacy. And the double victory pact would actually probably cause us to win. No, not quite. We'd be at 41%. Maybe if I can get more people to move into my cities. Okay, they're complaining about receiving 0, but most of them are actually now receiving stuff. Most importantly, they're receiving food, so they're not starving anymore, which is a major improvement. You're not receiving enough, but they are receiving supplies now, which is an improvement. Oof, it looks like before our food supplies came in, we did lose some people to starvation, so things are improving. Things have not improved, or not stabilized yet. They're still pretty bad. Anyway, if we can, let's just pull the motorized back to the train hub as well. To the degree at least they will move. As again, that will improve the logistics situation if we can get them on logistics. Because the big logistics problem right now is there's a whole backlog of people need food, people need petrol, people need vehicles. And those aren't solved by them sitting out on bad logistics locations. move you if you had the capacity to move. That one's still too depleted to even move at this point. Still improving here, I think. Yeah, we gained another 1,000 or so people here. Okay, we can send colonists as workers, so we will do that. I'll put more people here, which should improve the logistics more. Should allow us to fix the problem more. Anti-rad is improving. Anti-rad is improving. This is probably the place where it's not improving the most, but it's still improving here. There we go. Again, if we can get radiation under control, the civilian population should come barreling back into these towns. As we can see, they're already barreling back in a little bit, just due to enough of the bonuses of the city just counteracting them not wanting to be here due to the bad radiation. Like, they're taking a -3 happiness penalty to radiation. If we get the radiation go away, they should be real happy. And everything's stabilizing. Everything's moving in the right direction is probably the best way to describe the current situation. And we can see that even down here, the situation is improving. So, once again, forces will be able to start moving southward to take what we can as far as the non-line down here. These supplies are improving, so we can push these guys down a little bit to try to hold the nomad border. Same here, we can push down a little bit to try to hold the nomad border. At some point, we may try to push in to take this online territory. But at some point we'll probably be requiring to bring more troops down here. Which is why it's not happening in a rush. Can we extend that road? No, not yet. You are low mountains with veg. Okay, so the road is basically doing that. At which point we probably don't need to extend this road anymore, because this road's going to do the around, and that'll provide enough of the upside. We don't extend you into the mountain, but it's not quite time for that yet. Yeah, okay. Was this? This is low mountain, that's why the supply's not projecting very far. I got the industrial capacity, so we'll go ahead and build it out to that petrol. And yeah, I think that's good for the moment. So this episode is looking like it's going to be a little bit closer to the 30-40 minutes that I try to have these episodes being. We are, I think, at this point, a good point to roll over the turn. Yep, let's roll over the turn. All the resources are going up. Logistics is improving. If for no other reason than people are starving to death and no longer demanding logistics, which is not the solution we want, but logistics is improving. Frontline, in theory, is stabilized by the state of peace. For once peace has been declared, we'll see how long that peace lasts, because we're basically in a state of Cold War with Braunburn. And when this end turn is over, and we'll probably be able to see from the end turn whether or not we've been declared on. I don't think we've been declared on, but we have been declared on, we'll get attacked, so we'll see that. And we're also in close enough vision range that we should be able to see what's happening around that city of interest. This is going to be the end of the part when this end turn ends. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you've been enjoying it. There'll probably be another part up tomorrow, because I think I am going to try to record one more part tonight. I was able to keep this part more time-controlled than the first one. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. As soon as the part ends, I'm going to take a short break to go make a cup of tea. So if you want want to take a break, that's probably the best time for you to take a break to go get a drink of your own. And whether it be tea or coffee or something alcoholic, that's up to you. And yeah, it looks like we didn't get attacked, which probably means the peace is held. Don't know how long that peace is going to hold for. When we're at war with them, they're more open to being bribed to get back to a state of peace, but when we're actually at war with them, or when we're actually at peace with them, they're not open to negotiations, basically, is where we are with them. And to be fair, they're the leader, they're the score leader, so at some point, unless we can get to a true state of, like, Kumbaya victory score peace, or victory pact peace, at some point we will need to fight them. They are, at this point, officially strong enough that they need to be fought to win the game. So at this point it is getting strong enough that we can deliver a significant combat victory upon them to get into a winning state. I think we can get up to about, maybe via victory packs, we can get up to like 45% victory score. But they got a victory score of 30 right now, so that means to win, we have to take at least 5% off of them. Both to get to 50 and to get them below 25 so we can win. Because the blackmailers, the people we've been maintaining peace with, also have 20% victory score. So 20% plus 30% means there's only 50% available left after them, right? So if we, even if we make victory pact with all the people we can, because I think we'll be able to make victory pact with the militarists. If we make a military pact with everyone, even that won't be enough if we don't bring them down below 25%. So we will have to go to war with them eventually. That's an inevitability. And we're basically declaring war on them, or we're basically going to be fighting them for their population. We need the population off of them. We killed infantry, we killed guns, we killed motorized. These are all non-aligned units. We have 8 decisions, and otherwise I think that was a good end turn. So if you're watching on YouTube, I hope you're enjoying it. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to take a short break, and then we'll be right back to play about one more part. So until the next part, I hope you'll have a good time. Have good luck. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.